like the traffic, getting to church. And well, I take that back. Yesterday on our way in, we came into town, and I think we had to share the road with one other person. So traffic was a little heavy, but we got through it. Anyway, but it's good to see you all. You all are so laid back, and we just enjoy. It feels like family coming back here to share with you. So it's good to be back here. Thank you for the opportunity. And a shout out to all the musicians and everything that you do. It just sounded incredible this morning. Fantastic job. You have a blessed church in the way of music and things like that. So well done. We want to share with you a little bit about a ministry opportunity that God has sent our way. We'll begin with telling you about where we have been the past couple of years. And I'll let Sarah take that.
So for the past 2 years, we've been in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So we've been city kids. Grand Rapids is the second largest city in Michigan, with about 1 million people in the surrounding area. So it's been a challenge for sure. It's like we're fish out of water in the city. True test of patience every day with traffic, trying not to be angry at aggressive drivers cutting me off, and it's good test of patience. I've been working as a nanny, chasing around 2 little boys, a 3-year-old and an 18-month-old, and Ray has been working in construction and remodeling. And for our ministry, we've been participating in a small church plant in a low-income area of Grand Rapids, the urban parts, and Ray's going to share about that part.
Yeah, so this we've been working at a church. This is our pastor here and his wife and kids. So they have 3 adopted children, and his name is Dave. He does a great job pastoring our church. So ours is one of a network of church plants. As Sarah mentioned, it's in a low-income neighborhood, and really has been good experience for us. It's totally out of our comfort zone, and something new for us. But we've enjoyed serving under them. Our ministry has looked more casual, so I've been giving announcements and doing Bible study and discipling a young man in our home and things. So it hasn't been in a formal ministry role. We're not a co-pastor or anything like that. But we've enjoyed serving with them in the church plant and things. So we meet in a school right now, and our numbers are up and down based on the time of year. So during the summer, it's a little more full, and it's warm because there's no AC. So anyway, we meet in this old school, and it's nice to be able to meet there. There's probably about 40 of us that all pack in there. It's a good time. But Sarah will share more.
And my ministry with that church has been assisting in the music and teaching every now and then in the children's ministry. We had finally in April, about the beginning of April, just felt kind of settled in Michigan and kind of like, okay, Lord, if this is where you have us for the rest of our lives, then that's fine. We are willing to serve here. Because we never expected to live in the city for a long time. It was sort of a transition area after we got back from Indonesia, just kind of waiting to see where God was going to take us after that internship, and he just had us stay there for a long time, and it's been a difficult adjustment, but good at the same time. So in early April, we both had just, finally, I guess, surrendered that to the Lord and said, okay, we'll be here forever if you want us here.
So here's the change of plans. As Sarah mentioned, alluded to, you remember a couple years ago, we came and shared with you about a venture that we were taking to Indonesia, and we want to thank you for your prayers and help with that. That was an endeavor that we thought was going to be long-term, and God turned our plans around, so we spent time in the city. And then end of April, the vice president of Frontier, which is the Bible school we graduated from, was in town, and we had dessert with him. It was very good. And he asked us, kind of out of the blue, would you consider coming on staff at Frontier, the 2 of you, and particularly serving in the area of maintenance and teaching, so it would be a dual work. This was something that we had talked about with the school when we left, but it was like 10 to 15 years down the road. This wasn't something that was going to happen anytime soon. But as it is, the school needs have increased rapidly, and they are looking to get some younger people on board now to replace some of the people who are stepping down, moving away, different things like that. So he asked us to consider it. The way it worked, God just worked this out amazingly. We had planned in January. I had been secretly planning, which Sarah knew about. I can never do anything secret, but Sarah knew about it. But it was supposed to be a secret, a trip to LaGrange, Wyoming, where Frontier is located. So I began planning this trip back in January, right? We heard about this invitation in April, and the trip out to Wyoming was for May, so it fit just perfectly. We were able to go back out to the school in May, visit with the faculty and staff, see the needs firsthand, meet the new maintenance staff, which is completely switched. And by the way, the maintenance there is quite large. Frontier owns about 50 properties, and it's increasing. So they have a lot of maintenance needs. So I would be, if I join the staff, we will be the third member of that staff. And teaching, the teachers are getting older, and some are not able to go the whole school year teaching. So they're having to bring in subs to finish out the year and so on. So they are looking to replace those as well. So the need is huge right now for this particular school. But yeah, we were able to go out there, see it firsthand, talk to everyone, get a good grip on what is actually happening there. And after coming back to Michigan, praying about it, receiving some counsel, we determined it would be best to go ahead and apply. So a couple weeks ago, we got confirmation from the school board that they have accepted us, and they would like to see us come out there. So we are planning to quit our jobs at the end of October, and hopefully be down in LaGrange by the beginning of November. So we wouldn't start teaching and things like that until January. But yeah, we'd be in there in November, begin maintenance things and whatever we can, moving in and all of that. And yeah, but the teaching would begin in January. So that is the plan. That is the change. So quite a drastic change, but something we're looking forward to. So that is what we want to talk to you about today, is all of this. But obviously you have some questions like, what is Frontier School of the Bible? Well, it is a Bible institute, which means that they focus entirely on the Bible. It's a 3-year program, and it has you have 4 different choices for an emphasis. So you can participate in youth ministry, you can focus on missions, you can focus on pastoral, and you can focus on music. So you have those 4 options, but the general study, your general focus is Bible. So you get 3 years of Bible, and then your 4th year is an internship in some ministry of some sort. So ours was going out to Indonesia and spending time there with missionaries. That was our internship. Others, it may look completely different, but it's in ministry somewhere. So that's generally what Frontier is, and it exists for students who are looking to go into full-time ministry, but it also exists for students who are simply looking to grow in their knowledge of the Bible as they head into college and all of that. So you could take the 1 year, or you can take all 4 years. It's up to you. But that's a little bit about what Frontier is. And go ahead.
So the thing that makes Frontier unique, or one of the many things, is location. This is the tiny little post office in LaGrange. It has, not too different from Wausau, but about 450 people. That's including the students. So the townspeople are probably about 150 or 200. They have 1 grocery store, and you can get 1 of each item, like 1 box of Fig Newtons or 1 thing of cereal. They don't have any more options than that.
Or a gallon of milk.
Yeah, 1 gallon of milk, and you might have to fight someone for it. Let's see, they have 1 gas pump, and yeah, that's about it. It's pretty small. There's lots of tumbleweeds. That's the other thing. People are very friendly. We love it there. Something that makes it special to me is my father went there back in the 80s, and my mom too was there with some children. So they graduated from there in 88. and my brother Jeremy and my brother Isaac, they both met their wives there. I was recently looking at the demographics of LaGrange, and it's 51% female and 49% male. So if you're looking for a spouse, it is the prime location. Frontier has a saying, ring by spring or your money back. So a lot of people get married from there, as you can see. Another thing that makes Frontier special is the cost. All of the staff and faculty are on missionary support, so it makes it very affordable for students. Most Bible schools are between $12,000 and $22,000 per year, and Frontier is about $6,000 per year. So they save a ton of money by having all of the staff and faculty on missionary support.
Sorry. Okay. Oops. Sorry. I'm feeling very organized, as you can see. All right. So yes. So this is the admin building. I'll just explain some of these pictures because you're probably looking at this one wondering what in the world is that. This is the dining hall. This is where they eat. So yeah, that's obviously a place that you visit frequently, about 3 times a day. And then this is just another, this is the student center at Frontier. So as you can see, like the green patches of grass, when I first went out there, you know, everything's like brown all around, but there's these little green triangles here and there where they water the grass. So it makes it look like it's green and luscious everywhere, but it's not. So anyway, and then this is the admin building. So if you drove down Main Street, this is the building you would see with the little sign and so on. So that's where all the teachers and offices and the coffee is. So anyway. So how does this all relate to you? We've kind of shared a lot here just in a quick moment. But this all is quite a big step for us. For me, particularly the teaching endeavor, it's something I've always wanted to do and dreamed of doing. Never thought it would come quite this soon. And it's quite a transition, obviously, from construction, remodeling to going into a teaching position. So it's nice to have the maintenance part of it there, too. It's kind of, I don't know, my security blanket. What we really need is your prayers. We're looking for people who will come before God on our behalf with us to just pray that God will use us to make a difference in the lives of the students. And the students aren't just out of high school. A lot of them are, but this year they had to add on they're building a new 5-plex because they have so many married students, people who have gone out, built a career, and then they said, you know what, I think God is calling us toward ministry, but we need some training. And so they go out to Frontier and they get some training, but they need a place to live. So they have an 8-plex, which is where we lived when we first got married, and now they have a 5-plex and multiple little homes around town that people live in. So there's a wide variety of people that come to this school seeking training to go out and to minister. That want to make an impact. So we're asking for your prayers that God might use us, that God might work in the student body to use them mightily across the globe, whether that's locally here in the States somewhere, whether that's overseas somewhere. We're looking for prayer partners. And obviously, yes, as Sarah mentioned earlier, because we'll be coming on staff, the staff is fully missionary supported. That means they don't receive a dime from students and things like that that come in. They're fully supported by the church elsewhere, and so we do have a financial need. So we're looking for people primarily who are, or entirely who are convinced that this is a work of God, that God is using a Bible school to minister across the world. So we're looking for people who are willing to partner with us as well, financially. So if that is a way that you would like to partner with us, there will be information. We didn't have time to make cards before we came because we received confirmation of our acceptance, and we were able to get out here and everything, but we didn't have time to make the prayer cards. So those will be coming. But for today, we have the information will be on the screen when we're done talking and everything today. We'll have that up as everything closes. So you can see that and jot that down if you'd like to partner with us in that way. Before we transition kind of into the service, did you have anything else you wanted to share? Okay. Well, I guess we'll transition into the service. I thought you might have something to share. All right. Well, we want to thank you